negotiation?
No, not really.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll talk about this later.
So, my rate for dishes is going up with inflation.
Oh, is it?
Blame the economy.
Hey!
Hmm?
You should be earning interest on your savings. Make the money work for you.
Hmm.
Take cash, direct deposit, or check. I think a pony is a smart investment.
My rate for dishes is going up with inflation.
Is my weekly allowance up for a negotiation? I'm also open to a salary position. negotiation?
No, not really.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll talk about this later.
North High Stars. We will get started with tonight's 21. First for the North High Stars. Let's go. For the North. Now please rise and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem, sing by North High student Sally.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to tonight's Kern High Network broadcast of our boys basketball game. We're here in the new gymnasium at North High as the Stars are set to take on the South High Spartans. A huge matchup here in the Mountain League. Both teams still undefeated, 2-0 in league. North High, 17-4 this year, ranked number 13 in all of the Central section. Taking on the South High Spartans, 11-8 this year, ranked number 30th. If the season would end today, these would be two of the top 3 to 4 teams in the Division III bracket for the Central Section playoffs, and we're excited to get this one going. I am Trevor Horn, along, as always, with my partner in crime, Julian Wilson. Happy to be here. The starting lineups are getting going. The starting lineup for the South High Spartans, number 14, Gavin Christian, a junior forward, averaging 16 points and 10 rebounds a game. Number 11, Eddie Ramey III. That is the son of the head coach, Eddie Ramey. Sophomore guard, averaging 10 points, 5 rebounds, 4 steals a game. Number 22, Cliff Willis, a junior guard. Number 12, Chauncey Carter, a senior guard. And number 2, Jyrell Hasley, a senior forward. For the North High Stars, they are led by sophomore guard, number 5, Ethan Sainz, who's averaging a whopping 24.5 points per game. Number 0, Wyatt Hayner, senior wing, averaging 10 points a game. Number 15, Dylan Taylor, a senior post, averaging 12 points and 8 rebounds. Number 2, Eli Griffith, a senior wing, averaging 9.7 rebounds. And rounding it out, a sophomore guard, number 22, Caden Hayner, averaging 5 points, 8 points, and 5 rebounds a game. And we are ready to tip this one off. Ricky Serrano, Brandon Snyder, Bryce Melancon are your officials tonight. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. A long tip, and Sines is able to retrieve it, gets it out to Taylor. Taylor gets it back to Sines, and here comes the North High offense. Hayner inside, looking for his older brother. Gets wrapped up there. Foul on the floor. Foul goes against Cameron Hernandez, who's in the starting lineup tonight for South High. I apologize about that. Griffin out to Sines. Sines looking for a shot again. Sines looking to Griffin again on the wing. Inside to Taylor. Taylor looks for a shot, up and in. And an early 2-0 lead for the Stars on their opening possession. Carter over to Christian. Willis with the ball, hands it off, and there is a foul on Griffin against Carter, and that'll be his first pushing foul. South will remain in possession of this one. A 2-0 lead for North High. 7:07 left here in the first quarter. I'm Trevor Horn along with Julian Wilson here on the Kern High Network. Hope you guys are going to enjoy this evening. Settle in. We're going to have a good one tonight. Two of the top 30 teams in the Central section going at it. And a nice give, a nice drive to the bucket for Chauncey Carter. And that ties it up at 2-2. That is Wyatt Hayner, the oldest. Getting it over to Griffin. Nice look behind the back. Nice reverse at the bucket. 4-2 lead for the Stars. And there's Hayner with a nice steal. Coast to coast, but he can't make the bunny. Rebounded by Christian. And he sets up the Spartans offense. Willis with the ball, guarded by Sines. Drives in, takes a shot. Rims out, over the top. Blocking the back against the Spartans. Ball will go back to the Stars. Julian, when you look at a game like this, you think about these two old rivalries and how much fun it is to see these two competing, and probably what would say one of the top eras for these two teams at the same time in the history of these two programs in boys basketball.
Yeah, and keep in mind, these players know the tradition of their high school.
Very much so. Nice steal there by Christian. He gets that over to Willis, and he puts it in and ties it back up with 5:46 left. We're all tied up 2-2. Haven't seen a three-point shot by North. That's kind of their bread and butter, especially by Ethan Sines, the sophomore guard. We'll see if he jacks one up, and he does. From Steph Curry range, rims out, no good. Rebounded by Amani Miles, excuse me. Miles with the ball, had just checked in. Looking for Christian. Christian's looking to set the pick, and he does. Miles goes in. Are they going to call him on a travel? No, they're going to call him on a foul. That foul's going to go against Caden Hayner, the sophomore. And Miles will go to the line, shooting 2 for the Spartans. All tied up here, 4-4 with 5:11 left in the first quarter. Like I said, the North High Stars, they are the top seed in Division III. They're a D4 base, but they would be the number 1 seed in Division III if the season ended today. South High, if you look at the math, they would, depending on what the Central Section would do with Tulare Union as a D3 base, you got to figure that they would keep them at the number 2 seed instead of dropping them in the bottom 4. Both shots made there by Miles, and it's a 6-4 lead, the first lead of the game for the Spartans. And so you would think that if the season ended today, South would be the 3 or 4 seed, and you could easily see this game in the semifinals or the finals. That's how big of an impact this game has. And a timeout by the Spartans, who hold a 6-4 lead over the North High Stars. Jim's still filling up a little bit more.
Yes.
When I saw South High host BHS back in December, we were talking about this before the game, Julian. It had that old school feeling because it's a smaller gym, so it fills up a little bit more, and you could tell, the old guys are coming back around. They want to see the game. The new guys coming in. You could feel the energy. Mark Hudson came up and said, "What's up?" Chris Clayton was there. Tyron Wallace showed up that night before he went back overseas. So you can tell that the energy is coming back around. And when, like I said earlier in the broadcast, when you get 2 of the older schools that are competing like this, you start to get those older fans, and they want to see it because they feel it. They know it. It's something that they love.
And those are the type of ties that these athletes have with their high school.
Yeah, very much so. And that's what makes us enjoyable when the city really starts getting back into the game again, and you start seeing these gyms fill up a little bit more. That's Cam Science. That is the freshman brother of Ethan Science, who had just checked in, number 13. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 after getting hacked going up to the rim. And you got 2 of the best coaches in boys basketball in Bakersfield with Eddie Ramey for South High and A.J. Sharon over at North High. Neither one of them have had a losing record in their 10 years here at these 2 schools. Both of them are perennial playoff contenders. Both shots missed there. And was there a lane violation or was there a push? Nope, there was a push. That is a foul that'll go against Jyrell Hasley. And the Stars will regain that possession on that push. Younger Hayner looking for his brother. And Wyatt Haney goes up with the righty, puts it in, and it's a 6-6 tie once again here with 4:32 left here in the first quarter. Gavin Christian with the ball. Nice little dribble to his left. Beautiful kiss off the glass. His first 2 points of the game for the Spartans, make it an 8-6 lead. That was nice. As Eddie Ramey said yesterday to me, the Spartans will go as Gavin Christian goes. So if he goes well, the Spartans are usually in a good spot. Taylor to Wyatt Hayner. Hayner looking inside. Nice move to the basket. And one, ladies and gentlemen, the hoop and the harm. Beautiful look there by Hayner. Found his crease. Put the ball up a little bit. Was able to get to the basket and tied it back up at 8-8. Free throw coming with 4:04 left here in the first quarter. Both of these teams are very well coached, Julian, as you were saying earlier tonight.
Yeah, and you can see it. Like I said, their fundamentals are solid, both sides.
Miles with the ball. Eddie Ramey. Back out to Cliff Willis on the outside. Errant shot there. Picked up by younger Hayner. Gives it up to his older brother, Wyatt. And he gets it back over to Caden. Caden on the wing. Ethan Science with the ball. Looking for that pick from Dylan Taylor. Southside's defense collapses on him very well. Offensive foul against the Stars. And the Spartans will get the ball right back. Already 5 team fouls for North, so their next foul, they're going to go to the line shooting 2 after this. Yeah, the rest of this quarter.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised at the pace. I expected probably a pretty fast breakout pace given the history of both of these teams.
Yeah, usually North is a very hot starting team and not doing that as much tonight, but that's also a credit to their opponent as Chauncey Carter in the paint gets 2, and it's a 10-8 lead for the Spartans. And a reach-in foul against Miles. That'll be the 3rd personal foul against the Spartans. Veteran crew working tonight. So like I said.
Right.
I apologize. That was the 5th team foul against the Spartans. So now every foul for the next 2:58 here in the first quarter will send the Stars to the line. So leading scorer here tonight, Ethan Syons at the foul stripe and misses the first one. Second one up, falls. 10-9 lead for the Spartans. Miles still in the backcourt. 3 seconds, get it over, about 2 seconds left. And that ball bounces right out of bounds, right off the hands of Carter, and the ball will go right back to the Stars. We had an easy look from our advantage. You could see that ball hit the red paint very easily there. Syons with the ball. Good defense by Willis. Second foul against Miles there. And again, every foul against the Spartans for the rest of this first quarter will send the Stars to the line. So it's Caden Hayner, the sophomore, going to the line shooting 2. No more and-ones in high school.
No more.
You'll still see him collegiately and in the NBA, but not in high school. Does just about anything, does a little dance, but does not fall. The Stars just 1 of 6 from the line thus far. It's not a recipe for success. But he sinks the second one, we tie it up 10-10. Talked about the keys of the game from both head coaches. A.J. Sharon said limit the turnovers. As they pick one up right there, keep South out of transition, something they haven't been very successful on thus far, and then enjoy the moment. And I asked him exactly what did that mean, and he said, enjoying this. They're limiting those type of turnovers. Gavin Christian goes up the hoop and the harm against Caden Hayner, and Gavin Christian will go for the traditional 3-point play. So I asked A.J. Sharon, what does that mean? He goes, just enjoying the moment, understanding that this is a big league rivalry game. This is the type of game that has a playoff atmosphere, something that you're looking at in the next 4 weeks, knowing that playoffs are right around the corner. Then I asked Eddie Ramey, what are your keys to success? He said rebound the ball very well. He said compete every trip down the court. And then he also said play basketball. And I said, what do you mean by that? And he goes, well, we still have a lot of guys that are kind of learning their role, trying to understand, what I'm asking for them this year that I didn't ask of them last year, and really trying to figure that out. And he said, he looked at me, he goes, and what a better test than against North High in our league, right? And I said, yeah, Eddie, you're right. It's exactly what you need to do.
Well,
so
he's doing a great job with development.
Very much so. Both of these coaches are doing a very good job with these programs. Air ball there for the Spartans, rebounded by Griffin. Taylor with the ball, looks inside. Shot blocked. As Chase Clayton went up 4-2. And I believe that was Jairell Hasley with the block there. It will remain North High ball. So Chase Clayton, the senior guard, checking in for his first minutes of the game, goes up for the layup, and it's blocked out of bounds. Got a little conversation here between the officials. Okay, everything's good to go. Nice look inside to Syons. But there's Jairell Hasley, something he does very well, that's deflecting the ball on the football side of the ball. It's a defensive back. Here he is. Syons grabs that inbound. Good defense. Nice little screen there by Taylor. Good defense by Christian. Syons up and good. Nice little floater there. Cuts the lead to 1, 13-12. Four points now for Syons, averaging 24 points a game for the Stars. Christian again, turns, looks, no good. Rebounded by Taylor. North High looking to retake the lead here on this possession, down 13-12 with 1:02 left here in the first quarter. And a look out of bounds, errant pass by Wyatt Hayner over to Chase Clayton, and that'll be a turnover, South High ball. As we see Marvin Parra checking in for the first time, number 10 for the Spartans. Parra with the ball, looking to drive, looking for an outlet, finds it. Hasley up, rims out, and Dylan Taylor's able to grab that errant pass. Signs with the ball, looking to drive, dishes it out to Griffin. Griffin for the long two, no good. Rebounded by the Spartans. And are we calling travel on that one? Looks like he stutter stepped for just a second, just enough to make that call correct.
Yeah, that happens when you hesitate.
Yep, that's exactly what happened there. He was thinking between a pass and a shot, and he decided to go for the pass, but in that meantime, he kind of shuddered his feet just a little bit, and that caused the turnover there. 14 seconds left here in the first quarter. Signs looking for a good final shot. Shot clock is off. Taylor coming over for the screen. Signs drives in, looks off the glass, no good. It's going to be a long pass here, and that shot will not go off. That will not count. So South High will go into the – are they calling that a basket? Oh, they're going to confer here, but I don't think – that whistle, that buzzer went off a good second before he got that ball out of his hands. We'll see what they decide. No shot. That's the right reversal on that call. So South High will take a lead, 13-12 into the second quarter here on the Kern High Network. I'm Trevor Horn along with Julian Wilson. Take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Take cash, direct deposit, or check.
I think a pony is a smart investment.
My rate for dishes is going up with inflation.
Is my weekly allowance up for a negotiation?
I'm also open to a salary position.
Entertaining first quarter here at North High. I'm Trevor Horn along with Julian Wilson here on the Kern High Network. Thank you guys for tuning in, whether you're watching us live Saturday morning or in the year 2035. How's the future, y'all? Hope you guys are enjoying it. Want to take this moment to thank the North High School for hosting us tonight. It's also a special thank you to Stan Green, the Kern High School District Superintendents, and all of our sponsors at Valley Strong Credit Union for allowing us to put on events like this in our community. Spartans with a 1-point lead here on the opening possession of the second quarter here in a pivotal Mountain League showdown. The two undefeated teams still left in league a week and a half in. Both of these teams also ranked in the top 30 and will likely be top seeds in the top 4 or 5 seeds in Division III when the playoffs come out in 4 weeks. Errant pass. Shot goes in and out for the Spartans. Chase Clayton with the rebound, gets it over to Eli Griffith, who gets fouled. And if you guys don't know the new rules in high school basketball, the fouls reset after each quarter. So, yes, North High was shooting at the end of the first quarter, but that resets and we go back to 0-0 on the foul counter, if you will. And so that will start all over again. When you get to your 5th foul, that allows the opponents to go to the line shooting 2. There are no more and ones in high school basketball. So it was a baseline call, much like that one will be. That would be an offensive foul against the – I apologize, that was out of bounds against the Stars. So the inbound for the Spartans. Eddie Ramey, the third with the ball, gets it back. There at the top of the key, outside. Parra with a long three-pointer, rims out. Nice rebound over the top by Griffith, gets it over to Signs. Their floor general, their leading scorer, their sophomore sensation, Wyatt Hayner, senior, number 0. Nice defense there. Clayton back out to Hayner. Hayner drives back in with his left hand. Tries to go up. Nice block there. But the Stars are able to get back. And then a strip there by Miles. He's going to try to go coast to coast. And there's going to be a reach-in foul against Chase Clayton. And so that'll be the first team foul for the Stars. And it will remain South possession. Still 13-12 lead here. 6:12 left in the second quarter. Shot no good. Tussled around. Griffith gets the ball, gets it over Science. So the Stars will get the ball back. Great full court defense by the Spartans tonight. Really disrupting the offense for the Stars. Little tussle there, but the Stars are able to hold on possession. Hayner goes up. And an offensive foul against Wyatt Hayner. And that ball will go right back to the South High Spartans. North High last year won the Central Section Division III championship. If you look at all the banners and the years of history and here at North High, that was the first Central Section championship for boys basketball in school history.
That's incredible.
Something that the girls basketball team did almost annually in the late 90s, early 2000s, year in and year out, just winning Central Section title after Central Section title. But boys basketball had 7 league titles coming into last year, but never had a section title. And then here they came, winning Division III last year in the 6th year under A.J. Sharon. Here he is, year number 7. After very successful years at Liberty High School before he went over to Fresno Pacific as an assistant. Came back to Bakersfield. Him and his wife Lauren raising a great family. His son Cruz is a freshman on the JV team here for North High. And AJ is enjoying his life here as a teacher and coach here at North High. Same thing going on for Eddie Ramey, doing such a great job, a former BHS great, doing great things as the head coach here
and it's
at
nice
South
to see,
High.
it's nice to see these men stay in town and contribute to the success of these young men.
Very much so. That'll be a long two-pointer, no good. Ball out of bounds. We'll go back to the Stars. Still no score here in the second quarter. 5:45 left. So we've gone 2 minutes and 15 seconds without a bucket between these two very high-scoring offenses. But you know what's going on tonight, Julian? They're both playing fantastic defense.
Yep, that's right.
There's nothing wrong with either team's offense tonight. Both defenses are playing premier basketball. As Wyatt Hayner looks to the outside, and that's a 0, stealing 0. Miles with the ball, gets it out to Christian. Christian looks up for the glass. No good. Great block there by Eli Griffith. Back up by Christian, and finally we get a bucket here, and it's a 15-12 lead for the Spartans. Gavin Christian doing what he does best, and that's getting to the bucket.
Well, it's like you said, it's great defense. They're not scoring because they're cold. The defense is picked up.
Caden Hayner with the long three-pointer from the wing. No good. Rebounded by the Spartans, and they're in transition. Long three-pointer by Miles. Drains it. Largest lead of the game. 18-12 now for the Spartans. Looking for the perennial upset, if you will, when you're looking at the rankings, 13-30. There's a little bit of an upset there, but when you get a rivalry game like this, especially in the league when both teams are undefeated, you throw the records and the rankings out, and you let these young men play basketball.
Let them play.
Crowd starting to fill in. It's the largest gym here in Kern County, so obviously it doesn't feel as over the top as it would at BHS or even at South High Foothill, if you will. But there is a good crowd here on a Friday night in Oildale. We've got the Earl of Oildale here, George Culver. George Culver, former Major League pitcher, was a standout here for North back in the 50s. Just recently wrote a book, The Earl of Oildale. You can find it on Amazon.
I'm going to have to find it. I had no idea.
I know a lot of people in town were making those stocking stuffers because it came out You can only find it on Amazon, and it was a big seller here in town. George is he's an ambassador for this city. So North High with the ball, down 6 here with 4:30 left in the second quarter here on the Kern High Network. I'm Trevor Horn along with Julian Wilson. A little poke out of bounds there by Cliff Willis, but will remain North High ball. Signs kicks that right off of his foot. Yep, that'll be over the back. It did go off of his foot, so that ball will be another turnover against the Stars, and the ball will go right back to the Spartans. As we see Ja'Kai Jackson, the junior guard, checking in for the first time tonight for North. North only has 9 guys suited up on this varsity team, so they ask a lot of their starters to put in log a lot of minutes. Jumper there, no good. Griffin with the rebound, gets it over to Hayner. Hayner breaks it up for North. Have not made a three-pointer tonight. With the shooters that the Stars have, you got to figure at some point those shots are going to go down. But it's the South High defense that has really kind of kept them at bay. Doing a great job, but a foul on the drive. And so Scions, leading scorer in Kern County, will go to the bucket to shoot 2. Go to the line to shoot 2, excuse me. Six-point deficit for the Stars, something they have not seen a lot outside of tournament play this year. Just 4 losses, 1 to BHS, 1 to BCHS, and then 2 in tournament play down south over the holidays. The Scions drops both of those, cuts the lead 18-14 with 3:55 left here in the first half. Good pressure by North, but South able to break it. Gets set. Scions looks to dribble. Ethan Scions tried to get his hands in there, and that pass went over, and there was a quick turnover on the double dribble against Spartans. So North High will get the ball back, trying to cut this lead down to a single possession now with 3:37 left here in the second quarter.
A very, very low-scoring affair, surprisingly. I imagine we'll see a different game second half.
I would assume that both coaches are going to go in and do some fine-tuning in the locker room. Hayner and just getting double-teamed over there, trying to get that ball inside. No good. Eddie Ramey picks it off, gets it on the outlet. Oh, and the block going up, but they will call a foul against Wyatt Hayner. Both players went up, jumping out of the gym. And that will send Chauncey Carter to the line to shoot 2. That looked like an easy outlet, but Hayner was able to move up just a little bit and get himself in position, but he just got a little hand on the wrist.
Yeah, and without it being a flagrant foul, I would allow that as a coach. You stop the play, you stop the score.
Yep. It's great defense, great effort. And he misses the front end. Still an 18-14 lead here for South, with 3:18 left here in the second quarter. Chauncey Carter, the senior guard, averaging 10 points, 3 rebounds a game. Drains the second one, makes it 19-14 now. Spartans leading. Ethan Scions usually is able to score at will, but tonight there's another double team there. What's the whistle here? Shot clock didn't start. Shot clock still sitting at 35. Yep, that's what Ricky Serrano is going over to talk about. They dropped it down to 28. The game clock started. The shot clock did not. You know what I did? I fed that table too many cookies. That's my fault. And a reach-in foul against Willis. And that will be the 5th foul, and that should send Scions to the line, and that will be foul shots, free throw shots for the rest of the second quarter for North. So one thing that Eddie Ramey is going to have to do when he goes in the locker room is remind his fellas, hey, I understand that the fouls reset, but your fouls individually don't reset. So be smart. I don't want to lose starters in the second half in a crucial game. Now that they're only leading by 3 because of ticky-tack fouls. Be smart with your fouls. Ooh, nice rebound there by Jairol Hasley on the air ball. Puts it back in, makes it 21-16 Spartans. Signs with the ball, drives in, dishes out to Taylor. Taylor takes a 3, rims out, no good. Griffin with the ball, puts it back up. That one's no good and finally tipped in. And that looked like the freshman. Cam Signs with the putback for the Stars. 21-18. South High with the ball. Hasley, with the right hand and the floater, gets it in. So he's got back-to-back buckets now. Makes it 23-18 with 2:14 left here in the first half. Again, full court press against Signs the whole night. There's somebody on him. Like white on rice, man. Great defense by South High tonight. Signs able to break it, goes up. Nice little block there by Ramey. But Signs' little brother, Ethan, able to put it back in. He's got back-to-back buckets for the Stars. Cuts the lead down to 23-20. The minute 46 left here in the first half. Eddie Ramey III outside to Hasley. Hasley goes all the way across court. Back to the top of the key. Shot no good. Blocked by Dylan. Taylor. Spartans able to get the ball back. Ramey, that zone swarming him. Long 3, no good. Taylor with it. With the rebound and Signs with the ball. 1:16 left here. A 3-pointer will tie it. Again, great defense. Signs with his first look. Gets tipped there just enough by Chauncey Carter to make that pass a little errant as we see Gavin Christian and Marvin Parra checking back in for South. Ramey quickly gets that ball over to Marvin Parra. Parra with behind the back finally gets it over half court. Gavin Christian with the ball, dishes back out. Parra takes a long 3 from the top of the key, no good. There's a scuffle down there. Signs able to get the ball, and both of the Signs brothers able to corral that ball. Quick timeout by A.J. Sharon. 47.2 seconds left here in the first half. South High leading North 23-20 here on the Kern High Network. Along with Julian Wilson, I'm Trevor Horn. I'd like to send out our thank yous to the North High Administration, Principal Jody Schuper, AP of Instruction Abby Votoff, AP of Administration Janelle Bresson, Dean of Student Behavior and Supports Anthony Reed, Dean of Student Behavior and Supports Maxwell Chandler, Athletic Director Ed Moreno, and Activities Director Allison Toy. Thank you so much for your hospitality tonight, allowing us here at the Kern High Network to broadcast this game. And like I said, whether you're following us live, a happy Friday evening to you. You're watching this Saturday morning. Hope you're enjoying your breakfast. If you're watching this in year 2035, please tell us what the future's like. I hope everything is well.
Well, you've been kind of giving the future cast this game all game. As soon as you say this guy blocks a shot or this guy fouls or he shoots the 3, it happens. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
I'm just watching the game and telling the people as it is, brother. Hey, we had a good game over at Bakersfield High last night. Bakersfield Christian in a tight one defeated the Drillers. That game will be a big one at BCHS February 4th. Liberty boys with a big win over Centennial. That's first league loss for the Golden Hawks. Team that made it all the way to the D2 state championships last year. Ethan Signs, 37 seconds left here, first quarter. There's about 9-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. So South likely will get the ball, and they do very quickly as Eddie Ramey was able to steal it and quickly fouled. That ball will go back in the Spartans' possession. Now the shot clock is off. They can finish it off here on this possession if they want to, with 28.4 left to play and a 3-point lead for the Spartans in a huge Mountain League showdown. between South and North. These two programs have been playing basketball against each other for 60 years, and this might be one of the best seasons for both of these two combined at the same time. So this is a fun time to be here watching this game, calling this game for you folks watching. And we got a jump ball, and there's no possession arrow at the table, but possession arrow goes to the North High Stars. 5.5 seconds left. Cam Sines gets it over to Eli Griffith. Can he get a shot off? Blocked by Jairo Hasley. No good. That shot will not go. Rims out. 23-20 lead for the South High Spartans over North High. Here at North on the Current High Network, I'm Trevor Horn along with Julian Wilson. We're going to take a break. We'll be back for the second half. Great action here at North High.
Hey, Dad! Is my weekly allowance up for a negotiation?
No, not really.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll talk about this later.
Take cash, direct deposit, or check.
I think a pony is a smart investment.
My rate for dishes is going up with inflation.
Is my weekly allowance up for a negotiation?
I'm also open to a salary position.
So, my rate for dishes is going up with inflation.
Oh, is it?
Blame the economy.
Hey!
Hmm?
You should be earning interest on your savings. Make the money work for you.
Hmm.
Hey, Dad! Is my weekly allowance up for a negotiation?
No, not really.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll talk about this later.
Okay, you good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys got a snack, settle back in for the second half here at North High as the South High Spartans have a 23-20 lead. Here on the Kern High Network, I'm Trevor Horn along with Julian Wilson. He does all the work. I just do all the talking. Let's set it as such. Big showdown here in the Mountain League. Both teams 2-0 in league. Winner here will remain the only undefeated team in league. Both of these teams ranked the top 30 North, ranked 13th in the Central Section South, ranked number 30. And both of these teams jockeying for a high position in the Division III playoffs that will get released on February 13th. And the first game will be February 15th. So, I mean, it's going to come in a blink, man. Both of these teams playing high-end basketball, great defense. We'll see what kind of changes these two coaches made because both defenses really shut down those offenses in the first half. And that first bucket for the Spartans, up and in. Chauncey Carter, 26-20 lead for South. Nice little floater there by the senior guard. Caden Hayter at the top of the key gets it over to Ethan Sines. Sophomore to sophomore. Sines going up. Left-handed, off the glass, no good. Rebounding position between Christian and Taylor right now, and they're both getting separated by their teammates. This is what you love about a good league rivalry is that there's going to be a little bit of pushing and shoving, and it's not out of any malcontent. It's just both of these teams want to win this game badly.
Right. You know, and the thing is you want to control that part of the game with any game or any contest that you're at. But we have to understand as viewers, that also comes with the territory. When you start two teams competing against one another, both teams want to win, you're just going to get a little of that. It's unavoidable.
Yep. So I couldn't tell exactly what was going on there at the scorer's table with Ricky Serrano. He did show up to 2, but Spartans have the ball. The only 2 on the court right now is Jairol Hasley for the Spartans, so that wasn't against him. So hopefully we'll get some clarification at some point tonight exactly what that was. Unlikely, though. We're really far up here. Gavin Christian with the ball, looking to drive in, goes up from the right with his righty, grabs his own rebound, puts it back up and in. And now it's an 8-point lead now for the Spartans. Excuse me. Pardon me, 27-20 lead. 2 two-pointers for the Spartans, so it's a 4-0 lead here to start the third quarter for South High. 6:30 left here in the third quarter. 27-20, South High leads North. White-handed with the ball on the wing. Again, great defense by the Spartans all night long. Dylan Taylor goes up, and no call there on the charge. Rebounded. Jump ball, possession arrow going to North. Gavin Christian trying to plead his case with Ricky Serrano to no avail right now. He's looking back at his bench trying to tell Coach Eddie Ramey, hey, man, he fouled me on the knee.
Right.
He fouled me on the knee.
That was a good no call.
Excuse me, there is a number 2 for North High on it. It's Eli Griffin, so that foul was called on him on that scuffle here under the –
there you go.
On the bucket earlier in the previous possession for the Stars. Nice grab there by Cliff Willis. And he tries to go coast to coast, goes up with it. No good. Dylan Taylor able to get the rebound for the Stars. Quickly gets out of Ethan Sines. Sines looking for anything. He's been quiet tonight. Will we see him wake up here? He'll shoot it from just about anywhere if he feels like he's got a crease. Drives to the bucket and fouled on top. Yep. Ricky Serrano saying that Marvin Parra did get him right on the head, so that'll send Ethan Sines to the line shooting 2. That's the one place he's been very successful at tonight.
Well, we both know that he has a green light to shoot, so he just has to find his shot.
Oh, and he, for only being 5'11", probably 150 pounds soaking wet, he does not mind absorbing contact going to the basket. Mm-hmm. Very old school player in that sense. Doesn't just settle for the three-point shots because he knows he can make them. If he sees a crease, he's willing to go into the paint often.
You know, and you like that. And at his size, you have to do that. You have to have that mentality when you play this game.
Because if not, you're just going to get eaten up. Sinks the second one, so they'll cut the lead to 27-21, 5:48 left here in the third quarter. South High leading North. Spartans able to break the press. Christian Apara out to Miles. Thought about the three, picked up his dribble, gets back out to Parra. Willis inside, but that is stolen away by Gavin Griffin, who then is stolen away by Miles. And Miles is fouled, and so that ball will remain South High ball. Four seconds, there it is. Gavin Christian will pick up the ball. Quick gets it over to Willis. Willis guarded by Signs. Able to withstand it. Willis, jumper, rims out, no good. Caden Hayner with the rebound, gets it to Ethan Signs. Signs now with the ball. Again, a full court press there by Cliff Willis. Anytime Ethan Signs has the ball, there is at least 1 to 3 Spartans on him at all times. Smart coaching. Signs puts a big three up, doesn't go in. Did that hit the top?
It looked like it hit the top.
Yeah. So that ball will go back to South High after it hit the wires above the rim. Cliff Willis, the junior guard, with the ball inside to Gavin Christian, leading scorer for South High this season. Over to Marvin Parra. Three-pointer no good. Christian able to get the offensive rebound for South. Again, Parra looks, decides against it. Long three-pointer by Miles, no good. And that'll be a foul on Gavin Christian over the top, going for the rebound over Wyatt Hayner. And again, Christian trying to plead his case, saying, hey, man, I was going straight up. And Ricky Serrano said, no, your hands are going forward.
Yeah. And, and again, we're seeing that sort of not such a slow start, but we're seeing, again, these defenses for both of these teams impeding all these shots.
And there's nothing wrong with a 49-46 thriller if both teams are playing high-quality offense. And an offensive foul against Wyatt Hayner there coming down the court. As Imani Miles able to withstand that contact, forcing the offensive foul call, and the Spartans will get the ball right back up. 27-21, 4:20 left here in the third quarter. Again, a great defensive effort by the Spartans, really kind of stymieing this high-octane North High offense. And here comes Wyatt Hayner going up and gets the harm. The bucket does not foul, so he will go to the basket, shooting two. And every single foul seems to be contested and argued by both of these teams tonight, because these teams playing as hard as they can because they know how crucial this game is tonight. And they don't want any of those fouls going against them, so they're pleading their case each and every opportunity. But you know what? This is high-end basketball tonight, and I'm enjoying it. So Hayner to the line, shooting two. First ones go through, leading scorers in the first half. Ethan Signs had 7 to lead the way for the Stars, as did Gavin Christian, also with 7 points. Both of those go in for Wyatt Hayner. Cuts the lead to 27-23. 4 minutes left here in the third quarter here on the Kern High Network. I'm Trevor Horn along with Julian Wilson. Hope you guys are joined. A quick timeout by Eddie Ramey. So with 3:55 left here in the third quarter, let's kind of get a dive in here and what the playoffs will look like. Division I, St. Joseph with their big power forward that's going to Baylor. I mean, Tunde, the kid that they got there, his freshman year, Julian, probably, I honestly think it was the first high school game he ever played. He broke the backboard at St. Joseph's because he went up so, like, the round mound of rebound would go up. Like Shaq would go up and just rip that sucker down. He's a 5-star player. He's going to Baylor next year, and St. Joe and Tom Monton, the head coach, really got things going. They've played a national schedule all year long. And so, I mean, it really comes down to, is it St. Joseph's and everybody else, Clovis Northern Buchanan, San Joaquin Memorial, even Mission Prep out of San Luis Obispo, they all might have a little argument there saying, hey, we got a chance here, but St. Joseph really kind of is the cream of the crop with the Central section this year. It looks like Bakersfield Christian is probably going to be the highest seed in Division I locally. BHS, the highest for Kern High School District. They look like they might be the 12th seed in D1. If they're lucky, they'll get moved down to D2 depending on what happens here in the final few weeks. In Division II, the highest seed might be Centennial, but their seeding dropped just a little bit after they lost by 2 points to Liberty on the road last night. And we'll get back in action just to hear in a little bit. Frontier, another team, undefeated still in the River League. They'll be a player in Division II as well. And like I said earlier, both of these teams likely will be very high seeds in Division III. And another three-pointer there, Eddie Ramey. And now we've got a 7-point lead now for the Spartans. The Stars still without a three-pointer tonight, something that they've been able to do at will most of the season. But again, it really comes down to the defense. Here is Ethan Sines. That one rims out again. And quickly, Ramey takes another shot and drains another one. And we've got a double-digit lead here. 33-23 lead. Back-to-back three-pointers for Eddie Ramey III. And South's defense allowing the offense to open up just a little bit here and really stymieing North High. And we've got an upset on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Another missed three-pointer there for the Stars. And they're trailing 33-23, and there's 2:47 left here in the third quarter. And a team that's averaging 65 to 70 points a game with only 23 points here with only 10 minutes and 47 seconds left of regulation.
Yeah, Trevor, that alone is amazing. That here we are in the third, 2:47 left, only 23 points for the home team.
And a team that has really just kind of scored at will. I mean, they had 99 points against Arvin just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. So it's a credit to
Eddie Ramey and his coach.
Yes, it's a credit to the scouting and the defense that they put on tonight.
I mean, it really is a phenomenal effort. And Eddie Ramey is screaming about something right now. Absolutely livid.
He doesn't sit down.
No, not one bit. He gets his steps in. All right, Eli Griffith will go to the line shooting two. 2:47 left here. And the 13th ranked North High Stars trailing number 30 South High. Now 33-24 here. Like I said, both teams 2-0 in the Mountain League coming in. And that's going to make that game at South even bigger in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we got some big games coming up.
Yeah, we do. Griffith sinks two, cuts the lead to 8, 33-25, but two crucial three-pointers by Eddie Ramey III, giving South the largest lead of the game at 10, now cut down to 8. Parr at the top of the key. Is that three? Is that three in the key?
Don't
Is that
know
what that call was?
on that. Yeah, I was looking for the signal. I couldn't see the signal.
Never seen that kind of hand chop signal before. So apologize, ladies and gentlemen. If you know what it is and I don't, well, it means you're smarter than me, and that's not hard to do. So North High has the ball. Ethan Sines again pressured by Marvin Parr. Finally gets it past midcourt. Dylan Taylor out to Wyatt Hayner. Hayner across the court to his younger brother who takes the three-pointer. Will this one sink? No. But Dylan Taylor with the offensive rebound. Sines with the ball. He's wide open. Takes a dribble. Goes inside to Taylor. Taylor looking for a little crease. Doesn't get it. Doesn't even hit the basket. It's Miles picks it up. Rebounds it. Gets it over to Christian. Christian, nice spin. Left-handed floater. No good. Caden Hayner with the ball. Picks it up. Wyatt Hayner back to his brother. And that ball will go right out of bounds. Not great communication. And again, the South High Spartans pleading their case to the officiating crew once again tonight. Jairl Hasley just insistent.
So now is that coaching too?
I mean, if Eddie Ramey is, you kind of become who your coaching staff
Right.
is. And if your coaching staff is vocal, your players are going to be vocal.
It will. Eddie Ramey's on the sideline still pleading the case.
Still
even though
barking.
Even though they
Still
have the
barking.
ball.
Still barking.
Yes.
Finally walks away, arms folded, double dribble, turnover. North High will get the ball back. Ethan Sines quickly gets that ball in. But again, full court press. They do not want to give him any wiggle room whatsoever this evening. Ethan Sines, a leading scorer in Kern County, stymied just 7 points and only made one field goal all night long. Double teamed, quick timeout, North High. So 1:17 left here in the third quarter. And we have got a defensive ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, we
South
do.
High Spartans came in ranked number 30 in the Central Section with a 8-point lead over number 13 North High, the defending Division III champions. 33-25.
And you know what the North High coach is going to have to do in this case is get them back to where they've been. I think they've gotten somewhat reluctant shooting the ball because they've missed so many shots.
But again, here they are with 1:17 left here in the double bonus. So A.J. Sharon may be telling them, hey, the shots aren't falling. Go to the basket, draw a foul. If it goes in, great. Go for the and one. If not, hit your free throws. We work on it every day. So side out of bounds for North High. Trailing 33-25. 1:17 left here in the third quarter. If you love defensive basketball, this is a game for you. These two teams, especially South High, playing phenomenal basketball, not giving the Stars any wiggle room. Both of these teams understanding the magnitude of this game here on this wonderful Friday night in mid-January. Caden Hayter with the ball inside to Dylan Taylor. Taylor goes left, looks right, off the glass, in. Nice kiss off the glass. 33-27 lead. And great defense there by the Stars, and they pick it off and able to get the ball back. Sines with the ball. Again, pressured. Can he find, if he's double teamed, somebody's open, including his little brother under the basket. Eli Griffin, nobody sees Cam Sines, but it's Caden Hayner with the three-pointer. First three-pointer of the game, cuts the lead, 33-30. It's a 7-0 run for the Stars now to cut it. A once 10-point lead seemed just moments ago. Now a 3-point lead and a double dribble against the Spartans once again. These two teams, Miles not wanting to give it up, Taylor wanting to get the ball. Ricky Serrano, the head official, finally comes in. He goes, gentlemen, stop. You guys are playing a fantastic game.
Right.
Don't do anything stupid. So Stars ball, and we were just talking about a 10-point lead not 2 minutes ago, and now the Stars with a three-pointer here could tie the game with 30 seconds left in the third. And no foul call there as Sines goes to the bucket, but that ball will go out of bounds on the Spartans and will remain North High ball. How do we go from a defensive battle to just both teams shooting the lights out now in the last minute 45 here in the third?
And we got a foul.
Yep, and we got a foul against the Spartans, and that will send Ethan Sines to the line because the Spartans, for the third quarter in a row, have fallen into the bonus. So Ethan Sines, quiet from the field, doing his job at the foul line tonight, can cut this lead down to 1 if he makes both of these free throws with 28.4 left here in the third quarter. Nails the first one. And you can feel the energy in this North High gym
Right.
getting a little bit. It's probably the loudest it's been all night long. And you know the players feed off of that.
Right.
They feed off the energy. Nobody wants to play in an empty, quiet gym. They do that enough at practice and in summer ball. They want to feel the crowd, feel that energy. Dreams in both, 33-32. So that once 10-point lead, now a 9-0 run for the Stars, and another steal there. Great defense by the Stars. And they can take a lead here on the final possession. Shot clock is off. 16 seconds left here in the third quarter. Ethan Sines with the ball at the top of the key. Dylan Taylor trying to come out to get him. Sines goes to the right, goes up off the glass, no good. Eli Griffin with the ball up, no good. Once again, nope, no good. And that ball will come down. And again, Hadley and Taylor going at it like they have all night long, and still Jairo Hadley it just does not want to be told anything. And hold on 1 second. That is the end of the third quarter. South High leads 33-32. It's a 9-0 lead. Now Eddie Ramey is just livid at the officiating crew right now.
Yeah, I don't know what he's
And
doing
there's a
out on the
technical
floor.
foul against Eddie Ramey. He is very close to getting thrown out of this game, ladies and gentlemen. Luckily, his coaching staff is getting on him, and this crowd just is eating it up. Ed Romero, the North High AD, coming out. Doesn't need to be enforced, so the officiating doing a great job. That is a technical foul, so that will be a free throw and ball for North to come out in the third quarter. So what a way to end the third quarter.
Wow.
I
have to tell you, I don't think anybody saw that coming at all.
I mean, they let the boys play ball there in the last 5 seconds underneath, up and down, and obviously we're up here at the top of the bleachers, and we don't see exactly what's going on down there in the key. But Jairo Hadley, he knew that something, whatever it was down there, he knew that he was wrong.
Right.
And he wanted the officiating crew to know that he was wrong. And again, his head coach, Eddie Ramey, came to his defense.
I don't think I've ever seen in all our time doing this a head coach go out to the center of the floor.
And not just the center of the court. He went all the way to the opposing free throw line and had to be held back by one of the officials. And then his coaching staff came over and pulled him back. You don't see that very often. So here we go. And we've got more argument coming out of the crowd. We've got a South High assistant coach has now come over to the North High side of the bench to start arguing. So now it's starting to get a little bit ugly. Now we've got an adult pushing children. I'm not really certain I'm okay with this. Fans need to be fans, coaches need to coach, and everybody just needs to calm down. But when an assistant coach comes off the bench and does that, he's going to get kicked out of the game. He's going to have to leave the building.
Let's take a break here.
And we're going to take a break. South High has gone into the locker room, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Ramey is still on the court. His team has gone back in the locker room. We're going to take a quick break, let this sort out. We'll be right back.
Hey, Dad! Is my weekly allowance up for a negotiation?
No, not really.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll talk about this later.
So, my rate for dishes is going up with inflation.
Oh, is it?
Blame the economy.
Hey! You should be earning interest on your savings. Make the money work for you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, a little clarification for you. an apology on my part. What happened was there was some fan interaction with the North High bench. The South High assistant coach went over to try to pull that fan away from the bench. So when he went over there to help the situation. In that moment, Eddie Ramey said, boys, go back in the locker room. Let's figure this out. Let the Kern High School District security and police officers on site deal with this situation. The fans have been removed. They're gone. South High is back on the court. Ethan Signs is shooting 2 free throws. It will be North High ball. Cooler heads have now prevailed. Jody Schubert, the principal for North High, was right there in the middle, cooling everything down. Great job by the administration and the security here at North High. We've quickly gotten this figured out. Ethan Signs makes both free throws and makes it 34-32 North High as we start here the fourth quarter.
You know, and this incident alone shows how quickly a situation could spiral completely out of control.
Very much so. But you know what? Eddie Ramey did say that he was unhappy with what one of the officials said to one of his players, and that's where that whole thing kind of started there with the technical foul and Ramey coming out to midcourt. But all heads have prevailed, and we're back to playing basketball once again. And Ethan Signs, who is now starting to warm up a little bit, makes it 36. That should be 36-33 North High, not 35-33. So we've got a 12-0 run for the Stars and a huge block by Eli Griffin. And Gavin Christian is not happy with that move, clapping. And it is going to be a very entertaining final 7:28 of this game.
This is going to be a real fourth quarter. Stay tuned.
Gavin Christian again pleading his case with Ricky Serrano, the head official. So we got double fouls on both teams. Cannot see the hand signal. Double technical. What a wild event here in the last 5 minutes, Julian.
Well, it's Friday night. You know, anything can happen.
Full moon, too. If Vance was here, we'd talk about the moon for the last half hour.
And if it's cold outside, you wouldn't know it in here.
Nope, because it is heated up. Gavin Christian at the line, and this North High crowd is loud, and the South High faithful excited about that. And that finally ends the 12-0 run for the Stars. And with a free throw here, could tie this game back up with 7:28 left here to play. And it does. So the big-time Star, they're still calling it 35-35. I guess we're going to leave it at that. My book says 36-35 North, but we'll leave it as is. So here we go. North High with the ball. Hayner inside. Looks for Signs, and there is an offensive foul, a charge against Caden Hayner. And that ball will be turned over and go back to the Spartans. We're all tied up 35-35. It was a defensive battle. And South had a 33-23 lead with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. And the Stars just woke up. And then those technical fouls and the free throws went the Stars' way. They took a quick lead. And now we're tied up here at 35 with 7 minutes left here to play. And just this absolute classic. And a pass just ripped off like an interception for Dylan Taylor. And the Stars get the ball right back. Signs waiting for that block. He gets it. Gets the floater up and in. And ladies and gentlemen, the leading scorer in the Central section, he's on fire. Since it was a 10-point lead for South, Signs now with 8 points 8 of the 15 points for the Stars, and a timeout here, 6:37. I need to catch my breath and kind of go back to exactly what we saw there, because that could have gotten really bad there for a second. But, you know, kudos to the South High bench and the coaching staff for getting over there and clearing those fans away from North High's bench.
You know, right, and before every game, those announcements are made. You know, you're going to be a fan, you're going to be in the stands, you have to follow basically the rules of fandom. And if you don't, you will be escorted out, and that's what happened.
Well, and the CIF is looking to enact a policy now that if you get tossed out of a game as a fan, that you were then banned for 3 straight games after that. If that goes into effect, those fans, if that was into effect right now, those fans that just got kicked out of the game, they'd miss the next 3 games.
Yeah.
I'm not really certain how one school site to the next polices that, but it's the case. I mean, but you can kind of do that with the way that the ticket sales. If everybody goes to GoFan, then, you know, if your credit card goes in, you can't use those tickets. But I don't really know how you enact that. But they're going to try it because fan interaction is a problem right now in high school athletics, and it needs to go away. Bad fan behavior needs to go away quickly. And a shot off the side of the glass for the Spartans, and North High gets it back with a 2-point lead here with 6:16 left here to play. They finally break the press. Taylor gets it inside. Caden Hayner, and his shot off the glass, errant, doesn't even hit the basket, and players fall into the court again. And a call against the Stars. And the Spartans will get the ball back. Trailing 37-35. 6:07 left here on the Curtin High Network. Hope you guys are enjoying this one as much as we are. I'm Trevor Horn along with Julian Wilson. Oh, boy. 6:07. Can we get 3 more quarters of this, Julian?
Oh, if you can stand it.
Oh, I could stand it. Cliff Willis with the ball. With the floater up and in, and we're tied again, 37-37. Nice floater there by number 22, Cliff Willis, the junior guard. And again, he's right back at it with that full court press against Ethan Sines. 27, just gets it over, a second left, and over the 10-second limit. He's up and in, a kiss off the glass. He's scored the last 10 points for the Stars, and it's 39-37. Sophomore sensation playing the part here late in the second half.
And if he had to get hot, you didn't want it to be in the fourth quarter.
No, sir. Tries to get a reach in, doesn't get the ball. Finally outside, Eddie Ramey the third with a long three-pointer, rims out. Eli Griffith with the rebound, gets it over to Sines, our floor general once again. And again, there's Cliff Willis. All over Sines, gets it to Taylor. Back to Sines, over midcourt. They can reset the offense. 20 seconds left now on the shot clock. 4:55 left to play in this one. Sines double teamed again. Taylor over to young Hayner. Caden Hayner looks inside. That ball is stolen away by Eddie Ramey. He gets it over to Miles. Miles driving it up, gets past midcourt. Inside to Carter. Carter loses control. Eli Griffith picks it up. Sines with the ball. He's out in transition but gets fouled as he picks up possession. He had Dylan Taylor out in front, but Cliff Willis with the foul. It will stay North High ball as Caden Hayner takes a seat. I'm guessing we're checking fouls right now. Give us 1 sec. That might have been number 5 on Cliff Willis if he's coming out in the way that Ricky Serrano was there at the table. So he sits down. North High with the ball in a 2-point lead with 4:30 to play. Sines still got Taylor out there trying to set a pick. Sines gets around to the left. Up. No good. Ripped away. And again, a lot of contact. Very physical basketball game. Neither team wants to give up possession here, so they're going to fight and claw for everything. our fearless leader, Stan Green, here in the house watching this game here tonight. So North High will retain possession. Cam Signs, the freshman, the younger brother, Ethan Signs, with the ball. He throws it out to his older brother, but a whistle.
You know, Trevor, we're getting a lot of action away from the ball.
We are.
And that's what's being called because it's such a defensive battle.
Yep. Every player on the court jockeying for position. And the three-man officiating crew's got eyes on everything right now. So we'll reset. Signs with the ball, looking to get it out. He does to Wyatt Hayner on the wing. Good defense by Marvin Parra. He gets a hand on him. Are they going to call it on Eddie Ramey, though, on the top end of the key? Nope, they called on Marvin Parra. And that foul will put the Spartans again into the bonus, and that will send Wyatt Hayner to the line to shoot 2 for the Stars.
With 4 minutes left in the game, that's a lot of time.
Rims out. So Ethan Signs still has the last 10 points scored for North High. Wyatt Hayner trying to break that streak right here with the free throw, and he does. Hits the back end of the 2 and make it a 40-37 lead for the Stars. 4:11 to play here in the fourth quarter. An absolute classic here at North High. And the battle of North versus South. Miles with a three-pointer, no good. Rebound finally goes to Parra at the top of the key. He gets it. Quickly Wyatt Hayner out to defend him. Big zone defense for the Stars. Ramey gets it back over to Parra. Parra looking for anything right now. Finally, Miles goes inside, double-teamed foul. I apologize. That is Cameron Hernandez as number 4. I've been calling him Marvin Parra all night long, and I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, for that miscue. I do apologize. As Amani Miles will go to the line, shooting 2 for the Spartans. Down 3, 40-37. Drains the first one. 3:37 left here, and it's anybody's ball game. Miles drains them both, cuts to a 1-point North High lead, 40-39, 3:36 to play. Great defense, double team there. Taylor, 3 seconds, finally gets it over to Wyatt Hayner. Hayner with the ball. Out on the wing as his little brother Caden checks in at the scorer's table. He'll come in at the next break. Great defense by Ramey on Signs. Hayner going to his right side. Christian's right there to defend him. And quickly a foul against Christian. And that will send Wyatt Hayner back to the line to shoot 2 for the Stars of 3:13 left. Is that 5 fouls on Gavin Christian? Oh, that is. And that's detrimental to the South High Spartans when their leading scorer and really their emotional leader, Gavin Christian, has to sit for the final 3:13. Like I said, in the second quarter, that's one thing that Eddie Ramey probably had to tell his boys in the locker room at halftime. Hey, guys, you got to understand the fouls reset, but your fouls don't.
Right, exactly.
Hayner drains them both. It is now a 42-39 lead here for the Stars. And the Spartans now without 2 starters, both fouled out, including their leading scorer, Gavin Christian. Eddie Ramey, who had those 2 big three-pointers to give him the 10-point lead there in the third quarter, he's going to be the focal point most likely for the offense. But it is Imani Miles with the foul. The bucket did not drop, so he'll go to the line to shoot 2 for the Spartans. He just drained 2 moments earlier. Can he drain 2 more here to cut the lead back down to 1 with 2:56 left here to play in the fourth quarter? here on the Kern High Network. I'm Trevor Horn along with Julian Wilson. And the North High faithful, well, they cheer that missed free throw because that keeps it a 3-point lead for the Stars. Under 3 minutes left here. And for a game that was a defensive battle for the first 20 minutes, the last 7 have just been absolutely phenomenal. And the final 2:56, likely going to be just as good. So Miles hits the back end to cut the lead to 42-40. Hainer to Signs again. Great press by the Spartans, not allowing any transition offense all night long for the Stars. Suffocating defense. Signs, Taylor, Griffin, off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Hasley, and quickly Eddie Ramey III, the son of the head coach Eddie Ramey Jr. with the ball. 2:24 left. Spartans with the ball, trailing 42-40 here at North High. My goodness. Ramey with the ball, looks like it. Didn't want it. Hernandez with the ball. Throws up a 3, no good. Signs with the rebound quickly to Hainer. And again, that full court press for the Spartans, ready for anything that North High has for him. Signs with the ball, getting double teamed, gets it over to Taylor. Taylor into Hainer. Hainer loses his footing, gets it back out to Signs at the top. Timeout, A.J. Sharon, North High, 1:43 left. 15 seconds on the shot clock, 1:43 on the game clock. It is a 2-point lead for North High. And like we said, when I say 49-46 thriller ain't that bad when both teams are playing good defense. It's 42-40. We might not even get to that unless we're seeing free throws or
and I don't think
overtime.
And I don't think anybody, I was just going to mention, I don't think anybody wants overtime. They want this game to end right now, especially with South being without 2 of its starters.
The last thing the South wants to do is play another 4 minutes.
Yep.
5 minutes, excuse me. So a North High chant going on here on the home side. This crowd, decent crowd. It's a large gym, so it looks a little bit more sparse than you would at every other gym in town. But this is a large Friday night crowd here in Oildale. The Earl Oildale, George Culver here, Stan Green, the Director of Student Support Services, in the house for this one. Garrett Brown, Bakersfield Christian head coach, in the house tonight.
Well, I know he's not recruiting.
He just likes good basketball. And his Eagles had a good one at BHS last night, so he's looking to watch another great defensive battle here. If you love defensive basketball, this is the game for you, ladies and gentlemen. This has been absolutely thrilling for the last 30 minutes. The last 143 is going to be just as good. Ricky Serrano kind of chatting it up with the security guards here as Wyatt Hainer's ready to inbound the ball for the Stars, who lead by 2. Minute 43, inside to the paint to Dylan Taylor. Taylor quickly double-teamed out to Caden Hainer. Hainer with the three-pointer, rims out, but Ethan Signs able to get the rebound, offensive rebound for the Stars. Shot clock resets, 1:32 on the game clock, 2-point lead for North. Signs defended well by Hernandez. Signs drives in, looks for the shot off the glass, and it's going to be a blocking charge against Jairo Hasley. And again, Hasley they're going to call offensive foul.
Call the charge.
Again, they called the charge against Ethan Signs. So Hasley's demonstrativeness was in a positive way on that one for the first time this evening. And just an incredible battle, a great effort by both teams here. This has been a phenomenal game. 1:18 left, South with the ball, down by 2. Cliff Willis with the ball inside to Ramey. Ramey on the outside takes a three-pointer, drains it, and South takes the lead, 43-42. Third three-pointer of the second half for Eddie Ramey III. 57 seconds left here, and North now trails by 1. Ethan Signs with the ball, and North now no longer in control here in the fourth quarter for the first time with less than a minute left here. 45 seconds left, 16 on the game clock, and they are able to retain possession. Hainer out to Signs. Can he hit it? Rims out. Dylan Taylor there for the rebound. 33 seconds left. Hook shot, no good. Signs with the rebound. He goes up, and he's fouled by Hernandez. That'll be 2 shots for Ethan Signs. 30 seconds to play, down by 1. He's got 15 points here in the second half, looking for 2 more for the sophomore sensation, going to the line. And what an offensive series for the Stars, with 3 missed shots, able to get 3 offensive rebounds, and finally the superstar with the ball, 5'11", 150 pounds, is able to go up, get fouled, and again, we've got another player out as Hernandez now with his 5th foul, and he has to sit. So that's now 3 starters for the Spartans now out. Spartans lead by 1, 43-42. The game is now tied at 43 with 1 free throw to go, 30.1 seconds left here to play, and an absolute thriller here in this Mountain League showdown in a battle of North versus South. Second shot good, and North now retakes the lead, 44-43, 29 seconds left. Miles with the ball, triple team, and Eddie Ramey jumps out to second court, asks for a full timeout. Oh boy, Julian, here we go. So they'll get the ball at midcourt, the Spartans will. 25.6 seconds left, shot clock is gone. That's it.
Yep, anything goes, and I think this is what the doctor ordered. This is exactly what we wanted to see, and we got it.
A great defensive effort there, right there at half court. Once Monty Miles was able to get the ball, 3 Stars came down on him as quickly as possible, forced him to call the timeout. Eddie Ramey's jumping over here midcourt, making sure that they understand before he loses control of the ball, or the ball might go out of bounds if he tries to take a dribble, or if he takes a step and they call traveling on him. Right. Whatever it was, he didn't want any of that to happen. He wanted to regroup, reset the offense, and now A.J. Sharon and his coaching staff drawing up the perfect defensive play. Eddie Ramey and his coaching staff trying to draw up the perfect offensive play, with the Stars leading 44-43.
Well, if these 2 plays that come out of this timeout have anything to do with what's going on tonight, defense is probably going to win out, because this has been a defensive contest the entire time from tip to now.
And if that last possession for North High tells you anything, this 3-man officiating crew led by Ricky Serrano are letting the players play this game out. Yes. And in a game of this magnitude, as long as there's no pushing or shoving, sometimes you want to allow them to play their game. So here we go, 25.6 seconds left to play. North High leads 44-43. Eddie Ramey with the ball, number 11 for South, gets it out to Cliff Willis. Willis now with the ball. North High in a zone once again. Ramey on the left-hand side here. He's guarded by Eli Griffith. 14 seconds left. No shot clock. 10 seconds left to play. Ramey with the ball again. Gavin Christian is back in the game, so he did not have a 5th foul. And there's a 3-pointer on the wing. No good. Caden Hayner pulls it down. North High victorious, 44-43 in a classic. And they likely will probably want to get the security on the court as quickly as possible, especially what happened at the end of the 3rd quarter. That's exactly what they're doing. Let the kids play it out. Let them handshake. Get the players in the locker room, because you do not want something negative to happen after such a great basketball game. North High prevails 44-43 over their league rival, the South Spartans. So North will go to 3-0 in league play. It will drop South to 2-1. And in 2 weeks, this rematch at South High is going to be epic.
And I'm sure we're going to find a way to be there.
You know it. I'm Trevor Horn, along with Julian Wilson. For our Director of Student Support Services, Stan Green, our support at Valley Strong Credit Union. We thank you guys for tuning in. It's been an absolute blast. Enjoy the rest of your